In a recent video, I reviewed the ways that I use broad keywords in Google Ads accounts. You should definitely check out that video, but one of the things I went over in that account is how you can create 50-50 broad match keyword experience really easily. So in this video, I'm gonna go through about 6 accounts pretty quickly and show you some real results from those broad keyword experiments. This first one here is for a photographer in Florida. So I ran a 30-day experiment. Again, go back to watch the other video because I talk about the type of account that is good for running these experiments. You could run it on any account, but there's certain type of account that's mature that's probably going to get better results. So on this account, I ran it a few months ago. It was actually May, June 2023. So to get to these results, you need to go to all campaigns in your account. So click all campaigns in the top left and then click experiments. And then right now the results for some reason don't show. This seems to be like an error. You got to click on the actual experiment, the link here, in order to get into the real results. So right at the top, it's going to show you the 2 metrics you chose. So I typically use cost per conversion and conversions. You see cost per conversion went down 29% and conversions went up 42%. They're calling these experiment results inconclusive. I'm not sure I agree with that. It could just be because it's a low sample size. They're using different statistics like a confidence interval to determine whether or not it's significant. You could kind of decide for yourself. This was a low spend account already. So we're talking about 400 clicks, 800 clicks total between the base and the trial. So the first line is my existing campaign, and the trial is basically where they're adding broad keywords in to the experiment, and then they're splitting the budget between them. So the trial got, again, 42% more conversions and a lower, about 29% cost per lead. So it went from about $18 to around $13. So that's significant enough for me. So I went ahead and applied this one, and I can always keep an eye on it. This next account is an emergency center in Texas. This one I probably agree was inconclusive. You're not always going to get positive results. And in this case, cost per conversion went down 3% and conversions went up 8%. So those are positive results, but keep in mind, we're getting more broad searches. So you could have a difference in quality. So I usually would want to see more positive results than this in order to apply broad keywords. If I don't see results kind of like that last one where it's up double digits at least, and in this case 30-40%, I might just stick with the more targeted keywords and assume that I'm probably getting a little bit better quality leads there. This next account is for a garbage pickup and dumpster service in Texas. So Google did think that these were statistically significant, as you can see here, based on their confidence intervals. We're talking about 1,400 clicks total. Cost per conversion went down 23%. Conversions went up 30%. So conversions 133 to 173. Cost per lead went from $32 to $25. So that looks really good, and it was an easy decision to apply this one. There could be different reasons why these work in different ways. It could be the industry, the types of keywords. Sometimes there's keywords maybe I'm not hitting that these broad keywords are going to then hit for me. That could cause an experiment like this to be more positive than some of the other ones. But there's multiple factors at play for sure. This is like a floor tile cleaner in Texas as well. Ran this one earlier this year. Cost per conversion was actually up 21% and conversions were up 130%. So this one's a bit trickier to kind of decide on. They say results were inconclusive. So this could depend on the goals of your client or yourself if you're the advertiser. So conversions went from 33 to 76. So more than double. That's very significant. But the cost per lead went up as well. That's pretty common with an increase. Sometimes to increase conversions by that amount, you do need to bid more per lead or per click. So it's not too crazy, but obviously you'd love to see some of those other accounts where conversions went up and costs went down. I mean, that's like a no-brainer. This one's a bit trickier, so I might even have to ask my client, or if you're the advertiser, you got to decide if it's worth it to spend that extra money per lead to get those extra leads. So I didn't do anything on this one. There could be quality issues here. It's kind of a broad range of keywords and searches. The conversions could be low quality, and that'd be something I have to kind of look into a little bit. This next one was for a bridal shop in Wisconsin. We're actually tracking conversion value on this one just because of the way we're tracking conversions. There's appointment clicks and phone calls that have relative values. So the conversion value over cost, which is also the ROAS number, return on ad spend, went down 60%, which is bad. And then the total conversion value went down at 58%. This one was also inconclusive because probably it's just a small sample size, but pretty clearly did not improve the results. So I didn't apply this one. And then the last one I want to show you is for a fertility center in the Midwest, Illinois, Indiana. In this case, we're also tracking conversion value, ROAS. So that went up 178%, and then total value went up 175%. So if we look at the actual numbers, conversion value, which is just measuring relative values on conversions in this account, went from $3,000 to $8,500. Cost per individual lead went from $107 to $50. And then the total actual conversions went from around 37 to around 78. Even though it says inconclusive based on, their stats, this one felt pretty good to me, and this is one I applied as well. So hopefully that helps you see some of the potential in these broad keyword experiments. Definitely go back to watch my other video. I'll link to it below that shows you how to create mature campaigns that are ready to run these experiments. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on that other video.